On to you, Libras. So warm. You got a Ten of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and you Libras have the Two of Cups. So, for you, interesting. So a lot of you Libras, you're doing things a little bit differently. A lot of you Libras are going to be a lot less nice. There's definitely a sense of you Libras not necessarily caring so much about your public persona, because I just see a lot of you Libras are tired of people playing with you. And the Ten of Wands is about, you know, whoever, at this point, whoever is real is going to show you how real they are, because they're going to put in effort to actually get to know you, right? To hang around you if they're friends, and get to know you if they're new romantic interests. So there's definitely a sense of you Libras being a lot more deliberate with how you interact with others. There's definitely a sense of like you Libras, you know, not trying to force squat, like not expecting anybody to hang out with you even though they said that they would. A lot more of you Libras are just like, hey, you know, the way that things have devolved, it's like, hey, if y'all hang out, if they actually follow through, then you Libras will be surprised. If they don't, you won't be surprised. You're actually not surprised, excuse me, if people not choose to follow through with them hanging out with you, or doing something that they said out of their own mouths that they're gonna do, or if a person is cool with you first and then they start switching up. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of you Libras are standing strong. A lot of you Libras are becoming a lot stronger because you're not overly preoccupied with friends and having allies, right? There's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of excessive there's not a lot of excessive amounts of like leaning on another person, right? Because at the end of the day, when it comes to the 48 laws of power and all of that, we just have to live by what applies to us, you know. So for me and for you, it's, you know, it's not to be overly reliant on friends, right, or allies, you know. Never outshine the master. Some other things, you know, that applies to myself. But you Libras have to Libras have to understand that not everybody is telling you the truth, like I've been saying, you know. And I'm not bashing y'all, I'm just saying not everybody's going to be telling you the truth. Not everybody's going to look at you in the eyes and tell you the truth and actually follow through to where you don't have to say anything. You just wait to see what they'll do, right? A lot of times people will tell you something, friendship wise, relationship wise, you know, romantic wise, but you're just now getting to know them. You all right? That's my dog over there. Anyway, don't worry about it. We'll hang out. But the Ten of Cups represents here, you're just enjoying the moment. The Two of Cups, yeah, the Two of Cups, there's definitely a sense of you Libras enjoying the moment when you do actually get a chance to speak to somebody, getting to know them. But there's not a lot of like needing to, you know, there's not a lot of like trying to bite off more than you can chew, you know. There's, for you Libras, is for real, y'all know that I can only report on what I see, right? What the cards show and what I see with them, right? Y'all know this. So I don't control what cards pop out. I just be shuffling them up. And this is an add-on from a few days ago with you Libras and about you, when I was talking about how a lot of you are learning how to be, or you should learn how to become less reliant The Two of Cups here, I'm seeing you Libras are learning to just enjoy the moment. You know, if you see each other again, like, you get their numbers and still move the same way that you did, but you're moving differently in one sense of you're not putting so much of an emphasis on like talking to people and like getting to know them and talking to them. And if they don't follow through, I'm seeing that a lot of you Libras are just like, okay, because you already have other things that you can do lined up anyway. It's not like, see, this is what I'm saying. It's not like, it's like this person said that they were going to do this. Yeah, I don't believe them. I'm going to go ahead and do this, right? It's not like that. It's, you have other things in your life going on. So if they end up falling through, you'll just be like, okay, whatever. You know, and there's other elements of your life that you can do that you're going to go do. The person does that to you a lot, right? Or often. A lot of you Libras know at that point, oh, you can't have them around in your life. You're just going to have to ghost them. You're just going to have to excommunicate them. Like, be like, oh, okay, all right. They do this a lot. Oh, okay, well, let me just delete their number out of my phone and keep it pushing. You know? The Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles represents how, because when you don't allow those people to exit your life, they do not have the same value system that you do. So the Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles represents you have to learn to walk away from that. You know, if you've ever seen the movie The Shallow or Shallows with Blake Lively Reynolds, because if I'm not mistaken, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are married, Virgo and Scorpio, by the way. Blake Lively being the Virgo. In the movie, basically, she was like dealing with this shark and stuff like this. Anyway, at the beginning of the movie, right, she was dealing with a flaky friend, a so-called friend that really is not very consistent. And by the end of the movie, after the shark is dealt with and everything like that, and she learned her lesson and she's become a brand new person because she has a second chance at life and everything like that. She doesn't even hang out with the so-called friend anymore. She stopped hanging out with them. And it's the same thing with you, right? Like, I know I take a lot of movie references, but because it's very important, because the movie references are actually a reference to life, but quiet as it's kept, right? So there's actually a lot of wisdom when it comes to watching TV. You just have to know, or, you know, or movies, you just have to know what time it is. You just have to know what reality it is and what is not, right? Just, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make here is, this is what you Libras are on, right? Y'all are transitioning from learning how to needing friends and always wanting friends to learning how to be a lot more loners, because once again, repetition breeds contempt. You know, repetition breeds contempt. I'm telling you, like, you know, how many of you Libras hung out with somebody and y'all are just ecstatic for life and doing your thing, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are great people, but they just don't rock with you. They always on some nonsense. They always texting you talking about, oh, I'm out here. Where are you? I'm up underneath San Bernardino Bridge. I don't even know if San Bernardino even got a bridge. It's just, I've never been to California. My family members have been to California. I've never been to California, so I don't know. But I'm just BSing. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm up underneath this bridge in San Bernardino, hanging out with some vagrants or some homeless people or whatnot. You're like, what? And you Libras are like, what in the world y'all doing there? So the thing is that the King of Cups and the Five of Cups here, yet again, King of Cups, being able now to do this with any kind of relationship that you have where they're not actually following through. They're not actually there for you in real life. They're kind of there for you every now and again, but consistently, the consistency with them is they're not there. You dig what I'm saying? So the unalive card now represents how You, once again, alive, the justice, once again, who you Libras are becoming is someone that your so-called friends that you now know is not being able to recognize. Some of the relationships that you Libras are having now are starting to go by the wayside, and you are unable to even cross that bridge. Like, that's what I mean too. Like, people really, y'all be think, I don't know if y'all think I be BSing, but again, I know from personal experience that you can get to a point where you don't rock with people. You don't rock with certain people, no matter how hard you try. You just don't rock with them. You and them can't rock with each other. You could, I'm telling you, I know, because it's always some form of friction. Because I've had that before, and I know what I'm talking about. I know what that looks like. I'm hanging out with the person, and me and them always seem to just not be able to see eye to eye. And I'm not even talking about romantically. I'm talking about friendship-wise, like real. That's my road dog, right? That's my homie. And no matter what happens, just can't see eye to eye. Just can't see eye to eye. He's always at odds with me. He's all, you know what I'm saying? Like we hang out as far as like civil, right? Like nothing, nothing criminal, but civilly, nothing criminally, but civilly, we just don't get along. We just butt heads. We just don't get along for whatever reason. And I stopped hanging out with that person because it is what it is, right? They cause stress to my life and everything like that. I ain't got that kind of time. We obviously don't have the same value systems or similar value systems, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So the thing is that the Ten of Pentacles represents, this is where you Libra's power is. You have the Justice, which represents Libra. So again, you showed up in your own reading. So this is more of an emphasis of your power. Your power is in your ability to pick and choose the people that you are associating with. You are hanging out with some people who don't mean you well, who are inconsistent, that you have to start going through like with a fine-tooth comb and dropping off, or a process of elimination, getting rid of the people that cause you stress. Because you Libras will want to go places in life, and you're finding it hard to do so. Why? Because you're keeping them no good individuals around you. You still have this problem, right? You're still having a little bit of this problem. Not much. You doing it, but this is what it is I'm talking about. You also, you want to go get some water? Huh? Go get some water. Go get some water. Go get some water. That's my dog. But anyway, you Libras are still holding on to particular people. You're still holding on to specific people that you don't want to let go of. Okay? You're still holding on to those individuals. So let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. And what I was also saying is that you're going to be surprised at who you cannot rock with, and let the relationship collapse. Let it just be what it is. Let it collapse. Because you Libras holding on, and because you knew this person yesterday, and then now it's like you still holding on to this person today, and who this person is 2 years ago is the same way that they are now. That doesn't mean that you Libras are the same people. So you can't get along with these individuals anymore. Guess what? Don't hold on to that. Don't fight to keep that. Accept it for what it is. There's people literally who, like it is that I said before, Libra, by the time I got done eliminating people from my life, I was like, dang, who am I? I got to a point where I was like, yo, who am I not gonna get rid of at this point? It looked like I'm gonna be by myself. But it's the truth, because a lot of people like the narrative, they like the talking points. You feel what I'm saying? They like it don't rock with me. Cause like you know what I'm saying? Like the narrative, the Democrats and this, that, and the third. And it's like we, I don't really rock with politics, but X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? These are just facts. I just found this out from this, and like they're who they are internally on the inside, and the way that they move. They're dealing with what was trendy and what was popular, and the old stuff that people say. You feel what I'm saying? Just the popular stuff, the narrative. And it's like I just never got down with that. I just never was with that. I was just like, oh, I can't rock with the narrative. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just can't like you. So I stopped trying to. I was just like, all right, whatever. Because what I realized is that they're in la la land. They don't put in any effort. They don't ask questions. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't really put in effort like that, and they just expect things to just work out. It's like, let's clarify the justice. Like, we living in a delusional world, man. Like, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, the King of Cups, and for you Libras, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so them putting this low-key competition and anger and disdain that they have for you, no real you know what I'm saying? No real reason. It's just this like odd, abnormal relationship that you Libras have with them, right? Regardless of whether it's romantic or platonic. It's like you are engaging with them and you're trying to like actually like love them, and like they're just you know what I'm saying? Like they're just free falling in this delusional world. They're like, they don't put in any effort. They're not putting in any effort for you Libras at all. They just don't do anything. They're just perpetually lazy. They don't do anything, even the small stuff. They just then now, because what's gonna happen is if you Libras do this, they're gonna get offended as to how come you Libras switched up now. When in reality, this is why, as I say, that people are delusional. When in reality, you haven't switched up. You are the same person. It's just that you have switched up, I guess you could say, but you switched up for the better. You realize that this person is delusional because they're not actually doing anything for you, right? The Tower, the King of Cups, letting Babylon fall, letting it fall, letting the misconception of what the relationship is that you have to these people fall, let it collapse. And the Queen of Swords, you continue to live your life regardless of who's standing next to you and who's not.